Hello Westview families. This is just an update of how to utilize our pickup and drop-off lanes here at school. We want to remind you that first of all that there is no pickup or drop-off on Camp Street around the corner on Western Ave to where you pull into the Westview parking lot. We avoid using these areas because traffic gets backed up and it causes issues with people getting through in those areas. So please do not drop your child off or park on that street. When you are dropping off your child, you're going to use the entry over by Western, which we will take you to now. We are at the entry off of Western where you come into our parking lot. Though when you're entering, the left lane is to drive in. If you're going to park in the first parking lot, you would take the left lane, and the people coming in the right lane are doing drop off or pick up and staying in line. So please, if your plan is to get out with your child, or if you're wanting to park, use the left lane, and then the people at the stop sign should be stopping for you. Also, please don't pull in that parking lot to just drop off and leave. Leave that for people who want to park and for staff that are parking there. And don't pick up there unless you're planning on actually parking. Now, if your plan is to get in the pickup drop-off lane, you use the right lane, just follow it in to the stop sign and we'll take you to the next location. Currently, we are at the first parking lot after you've pulled in the drive. You will, if you're planning on staying in the pickup drop-off lane, you would stop at this stop sign and make sure there's no one to your left who will be pulling into park. You can, once the cars move forward, you can move forward around that curve and wait in the pickup line. If you are parking and either dropping your child off after you park or walking them to the door, you can pull into this parking lot from the left lane and come around. You can park in here, walk your child in, or walk over to pick them up. But again, please don't go in this parking lot unless you plan on actually parking. In front of school, in the mornings when you're dropping off, you can pull up anywhere along here. The further you pull up, the better. Gives more space for the people behind you, and you can let your child off along this sidewalk. If you need to get out of the car to help them in any way, I would recommend you parking in the parking lot to do that so that you're not holding up the other people who are in line. Also, something new for pickup this year is we've added these number stalls. So if you are one of the first people who get here to pick up your child, please pull and get your car positioned in between the cones for slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then so forth on back. You can line up. You can block the parking lot, the drive that goes towards the gym, as nobody should be coming in and out of there. So just create the line going all the way out. As we're loading kids, 3rd and 4th grade will be lined up down by the pole around the corner. 1st and 2nd will be lined up at the drive in front of school. We will be radioing as we ask who your child is and what grade they're in to have your child meet you at a designated cone. You'll wait in the line to move forward to that cone. Please do not try to drive out and around and go to that cone, because there are people who will be passing on your left who may be pulling out of the parking lot. So again, we will be radioing up to have the child meet you at a designated cone at the end of the day. I appreciate your patience so far this year in making this work. It just helps us have a better eye and handle on the kids after school so that nothing's happening and that we have them supervised in all areas and that we know that we have them in the right vehicle. In the morning from 7:30 to 8:15, and then again in the afternoon from 2:45 to 3:45, it is signed here that you do not park in front of school. The reason for that is it can cause an accident, as other traffic is going to be going behind you, and we don't want kids crossing in front of that traffic and possibly getting hit, or somebody backing into somebody else accidentally. So please do not park anywhere along this front part from 7:30 to 8:15 or from 2:45 to 3:45. In addition, the big staff parking lot at that end is not for use for parents anytime during pickup or drop off. I recognize that the sign is not there yet, but it will be coming, and it will say bus and staff only, buses and staff only. So please do not use that parking lot to drop off or pick up your child. If you plan to come into the building with your child and walk them to class, please stop in the office first and get a visitor's pass. To do that, you will, when the first time you do it, need to bring in a picture ID so that they can enter you in the system. But we want to make sure we know who is in our buildings at all times. So again, please stop in the office if you're walking your child to class to get a visitor's pass. I hope this video is helpful for you in understanding our process for pickup and drop off. And thank you for helping us keep our children safe here at Westview.